Mark Fisher was only 24 years old when an exciting dive became a deadly disaster in Short Gill Cave. What began as a fun adventure quickly turned into chaos when Mark found himself trapped in the dark waters. Although he loved exploring with his best friend, Dave Lucas, they didn't have the training needed for such a risky dive. As time ran out, Mark faced a frightening fight for his life. How could something so beautiful become so dangerous? What went wrong in those shadowy depths? Could this tragedy have been prevented? Let's dive into the video to know everything in detail. Mark Fisher was just 24 years old. He was full of life and had a deep love for adventure, especially diving. From a young age, he dreamed of exploring the underwater world. He spent countless hours swimming and earned his open water diving certification, which allowed him to explore oceans and lakes. Diving was not just a hobby for Mark, it was a passion. He often took trips with his best friend, Dave Lucas, capturing the beauty of underwater life with their cameras. But on one fateful day, Mark made a decision that would change everything. He and Dave were about to dive into Short Gill Cave, a place known for its stunning beauty, but also for its hidden dangers. It would be an adventure unlike any other, but it would also lead to tragedy. Short Gill Cave is located in the beautiful Yorkshire Dales in northern England. This cave system is famous for its limestone formations and stunning geological features. The cave sits high above sea level, reaching an elevation of 830 feet, 253 meters, and stretching over 1,811 feet, 549 meters, long. It has depths of up to 69 feet, 21 meters. Many divers are drawn to Short Gill Cave, eager to explore its hidden wonders. However, the cave is not just beautiful, it also holds dangers that can easily turn deadly. With narrow passages and steep drops, it requires experience and skill to navigate safely. Experts always advise divers to enter in groups and with proper training, but Mark and Dave were eager to explore without the necessary precautions. On a clear morning, Mark and Dave arrived at Short Gill Cave, filled with excitement and adrenaline. They donned their scuba gear, which included masks, fins, and dive lights. They planned their dive carefully, following the rule of thirds. This rule states that divers should use 1/3 of their air supply to reach their destination, 1/3 to return, and keep 1/3 in reserve for emergencies. At 8:35 a.m., they entered the cave, following a guideline placed by previous divers. As they entered, the water was cool and dark, but they were eager to see what lay ahead. They decided to split up to explore more efficiently. Mark went west, while Dave went east, each eager to capture the cave's beauty. As Mark swam deeper, he noticed a small, unexplored area called a sump. The dark opening called to him, and curiosity got the better of him. He thought, just a quick look, and then I'll go back to Dave. But as he ventured into the sump, he lost track of time. Meanwhile, Dave was at their meeting point, anxiously looking around. Minutes went by, but Mark didn't return. He began to worry and checked his air supply. Time was ticking, and Dave knew he had to make a choice. After waiting a while longer, he decided to return to the surface alone. It was a difficult decision, but safety came first. When Dave reached the surface, he immediately alerted the cave authorities that Mark was missing. A rescue team assembled quickly and entered Short Gill Cave, following the guidelines to the last known location of Mark. But when they reached the sump, they faced a serious problem. The water was filled with silt, making visibility nearly zero. Hours passed as the rescue team waited for the silt to settle. They could do nothing but stand by, anxious and frustrated, knowing that every moment counted. Meanwhile, Mark was trapped in the darkness, fighting against rising panic. His heart raced as he realized he was running low on air. In his struggle to find his way back, Mark kicked up more silt from the cave floor, which clouded the water further. He lost hold of the guideline, which was his only lifeline leading him back to safety. With only 1/3 of his air supply remaining, Mark fought against the mounting fear. He struggled to remember the way he had come, but the darkness seemed to swallow him whole. Back at the rendezvous point, Dave was growing increasingly worried. He had waited as long as he could, but now his own air supply was running low. He knew he had to make a choice: stay and risk his own life, or return to the surface and alert the authorities. With a heavy heart, Dave chose to surface and seek help. Once he reached the surface, Dave quickly informed the authorities about Mark's disappearance. The rescue team immediately geared up and entered the cave, determined to find Mark. They followed the guidelines, moving quickly, yet cautiously. However, when they reached the sump, the visibility was still terrible. Hours turned into a long, agonizing wait for both the rescue team and Mark's friends. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the silt began to settle. The team could finally see enough to navigate through the murky water. With renewed hope, the rescue team pressed on, hearts pounding as they made their way deeper into the cave. They knew time was of the essence. As they searched diligently, they called out for Mark, but the only response was the echo of their own voices. Tragically, by the time they found Mark, it was too late. He had already succumbed to a lack of air, his body wedged in a narrow passage. The rescue team worked quickly to retrieve him, using pumps to clear the water and carefully maneuvering through the tight space. The atmosphere was heavy with grief as they brought Mark's body to the surface. The tragedy sent shockwaves through the diving community and left everyone involved heartbroken. In the aftermath of the incident, authorities launched an investigation into what went wrong. They concluded that Mark's lack of cave diving experience, combined with his decision to explore an unfamiliar area, led to his tragic death. Without proper training, he was unable to navigate the unexpected challenges of cave diving. The investigation highlighted how crucial it is to prioritize safety and preparation in dangerous environments. Mark's choice to deviate from their dive plan ultimately cost him his life. If he had stayed with Dave, they might have avoided the sump altogether. Mark's death was a devastating loss for his family and friends. His adventurous spirit, love for diving, and vibrant personality have touched many lives. His parents and younger sister were left heartbroken, struggling to cope with the loss of their beloved son and brother. As the rescue team emerged from the cave, a heavy silence fell over Gill Cave. The secrets of its depths remained hidden, but Mark Fisher's last dive serves as a powerful reminder of the dangers that can lurk in the dark. His story is a tragic reminder that sometimes the call of adventure can lead to unforeseen consequences. In memory of Mark Fisher, may we all strive to pursue our dreams while remaining cautious and prepared. The depths of caves hold beauty and mystery, but they also demand respect. For those who venture into such environments, remember to honor the risks and stay safe. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Mark's story. If you found this video compelling, please consider sharing it. By spreading awareness, we can honor Mark's memory and help ensure that others approach adventure with the respect it deserves. Stay safe out there and keep the spirit of exploration alive, but always with caution.
Lastly, Afterrender produces our YouTube videos, specializing in top-notch video production.